right, we're back for episode 3. The episode of my show that's about episode 3. That would be the episode 3 episode. Is now out of copyright jail. Apparently, we gotta spend a little time in there. Make sure that I'm not doing anything hinky. And then they come out. So sorry that this isn't right after episode 3. I mean, it is, but it isn't because it is where I am, but where you are, it's not no more. And I'm sorry about that. But I'm going to keep it short. We got a good setup. Obi-Wan kind of freaking out because he just found out that Anakin Skywalker is still alive. And let's see where we go from there. Let's get into it. All right. Episode 3. I gotta clean the floor. Obi-Wan doing a Jedi thing. Doing a meditating. Still trying to talk to Qui-Gon, but he ain't talked back yet as far as I know. Oh, yeah.
Where is he?
That is James Earl Jones.
He will pay for the Grand Inquisitor's
The Grand Inquisitor means nothing.
Oh, she was trying to pin it on him.
Now. Is that understood?
Yes, my lord.
Yeah, here they're using some kind of electronic process to clean up James Earl Jones' voice so it'll be more like a young James Earl Jones. It sounds really good.
Inquisitor is yours.
Yeah, I'm still not buying that guy's dead. I mean, if anything, they've taught us that dead Siths and bad guy Jedis don't stay dead very long. That guy right there is Exhibit A.
The Force. What does it feel like?
Have you ever been afraid of the dark? How does it feel when you turn on the light?
I feel safe.
Yes, it feels like that.
Oh, that's interesting. I'd like to have more of these kind of discussions about how, like, the Force, not just, like, what it does, but how it works.
You fixed her.
The connection Jedis have with it. Like, how that feels to them.
Thank you.
I'm glad you got a little thing back. So this is our base. Inquisitor base. One of them lambda shuttles. Got the TIE fighters on the ceiling. Usually where you put them. That's a big base. You sure this isn't the capital of the Empire? A lot of people. Like, who's in charge of waxing that floor?
He's in one of the mining systems.
What is this? Well, that seems needlessly elaborate. Is this, yeah, the probes? Yeah. Bizarre machine. Set them up. Pretty good continuity to Empire Strikes Back with the probe droids. I guess we're going to see the little spindly floating fellas.
I can't talk or I don't like to talk.
You don't talk.
Got it.
This is it.
I like that she was wanting to clarify that.
This is where he
Now, what's
told
my
us to come.
motivation here?
He seems friendly.
Leia. Well, keep your head down. And remember, you don't talk.
It's kind of rat? What is that?
My father. This is my father, Orden. We're farmers from Tal.
Hey there, I'm Freck.
Father, aren't you going to say hello?
It almost sounds like John Ratzenberger. That's,
Hurry, I'll get to the port in no time.
I don't know if that makeup is working. Yeah. One would assume that Imperials are everywhere down here. He's not an Imperial, I don't think, but Clearly he's good with them. I like how you see dirty stormtroopers.
As usual.
Mandalorian had some of those too. It was
Thanks, Freck.
and I always assumed it was because the Empire fell, and then they're just kind of dirty now. But these guys obviously have been walking around out in the fields for a while, hadn't been able to sharpen up their outfits here.
Luma. They're hitching a ride to the port.
Haven't heard anything.
Nothing. Are you sure he's even on this planet?
They know what they're doing, Leia.
Called her Leia. I thought her name was Luma.
He seems
That's
like a
her
parody
mother's name.
version.
I get confused. Like I said, it's not been easy. Sometimes when I look at Luma, I see her mother's face.
That was a good save.
We all
Yeah.
miss her very much.
That's for anybody who ain't an actor. That's called sense memory.
Well,
He used some real stuff to inform his performance there. So he did a good job.
Of course.
What?
this is us. Thanks, Freck.
The whole time I've known you, you've been hiding something. Lying to me.
Leia.
So two things here that I think
You remember
that kind of are mutually exclusive, but it's gonna be disappointing if either one of them is false, and one of them is gonna have to be.
But no, I'm not.
But this connection right here makes it even harder to believe that she didn't remember
I know that feeling.
being Kenobi when she sent that message to him.
As Jedi were taken
Through R2D2 in episode 4, right? She says, years ago, you served my father in Clone Wars. That ain't how she should remember him if this is what's going on, right? This is what she should be remembering most. Hey, Ben, remember you saved my butt a long time ago. We need you to do it again.
Brother. Really don't remember him.
But
I wished I did.
if they do make it to where she doesn't remember this, if they do some kind of memory wipe thing, which they're going to that well a little bit too much if they do that,
Freck?
because they did that with C-3PO, right? That's the reason he don't remember none of this stuff. And if they wipe her memory too, hey, that's gonna be lazy, I think. I don't know which one I would prefer. Like I said, neither choice is very good, and one of them's got to be true. So I don't know. We'll see what they do with it. I'm not gonna make any judgments until I see what they're doing. But I don't know about this.
Thought you might want.
All right, step out of the vehicle. Initiate protocol 23.
Oh, I bet you that ain't a good protocol. It's kind of funny how real the stormtroopers sound now. Like they're not as, I don't know, not like robotic, but they were very sort of, there was a specific stormtrooper sound when they would speak in like the original trilogy and in some of the other shows and movies. These guys all sound like regular guys, which is kind of interesting. It almost seems out of place coming out of a stormtrooper. It kind of feels like it's from like a,
Raise your head.
uh-oh. It seems like it's from like a parody movie or show or something. How do they not see him grabbing his blaster? Yeah, that's what you get, Freck. Yeah, shoot the mole guy. Oh! That's no good. What? You're trying to hide. She's not big enough to hide behind, buddy.
I'm putting it down.
He's got a clear shot to your head,
Let her go.
and he doesn't shoot him in the head. That's interesting. He's a Jedi. Like, can you not like go around? Look. What do you need? Yeah. Look at that. You could go easily around that. That guard shack's got like a mile of distance on the other side. Here we go. You gonna whip out the lightsaber? Is it time to save Iran? No, still using that little thing. Yeah. Oh, It's
Put your head down.
what was the name? Game of Thrones. Illyria Sand? She's one of the sand snakes. Oh.
Come on. They'll have sent a transmission. We have to hurry. I'll take you the rest of the way.
Still don't get why they thought you were an Imperial and you shot them. So either you are an Imperial and you picked today to turncoat,
Destroy the probe.
or they're kind of stupid because you just showed up in a uniform and they just bought
You
it.
have a presence there? You want to take the credit, you go right ahead. But we both know who'll be standing by his side when this is over.
Gather your battalions now and shut down every single port.
I like how she's not
Nobody
even
goes
like
in or out. Do you
in the
understand?
running.
Go.
It's like it's either going to be the guy with the toilet on his head, or it's going to be her, Reva, and what's it like? The second sister, 20th sister, 19th and a half sister. She's not even talking about it. He's like, nah, it's going to be one of you guys. I don't want any part of that.
To take you, but he's just a loader. They don't allow them to communicate.
But what if he has something to say?
Actions
He
speak
does
louder
it
than
with
words.
dance. Kind of reminds me of, K2SO, the Alan Tudyk droid.
From there, we give them new identities and get them out.
They write their names on the wall.
Their lives out there.
Is that a good idea?
Are they all Jedi?
You seen anyone? Hey! I'm talking to you.
Oh, he's gonna smack him. Obviously, they don't have the 3 laws of robotics in this in this universe.
He doesn't understand. Come on. Let's try the next one.
That's on brand for the Stormtroopers. They did that in Episode 4. It's locked. Let's move on to the next one. As though it's not like probable that whatever you're looking for is behind a locked door. Oh, it's locked. Well, we were flummoxed. We'll try somewhere else.
We've been compromised.
It got dark all of a sudden. Oh, there he is. Yeah. Comes the man. That's got to be traumatizing, you know? I mean, Kenobi is clearly kind of in a shock. I mean, imagine that, right? Last time you saw that guy, you thought he was dead. Not only did you find out he was alive and still very much a Sith Lord, but that's what he looks like now. Oh. Yeah. They're trying to draw him out, I guess. It's like, where you at, Ben? Well, Obi-Wan, whatever. Oh! You snapped the neck of a kid? I go back to my point about how the tone kind of goes back and forth in this show. Here we go, I guess. It's kind of strange, right? Because we know that both of them make it through this. Whoop. All he's got to do is draw you away. That's all his mission is. That's pretty cool, showing his stuff, his glowing things on his armor there first as he comes out of the darkness. But I don't know how he necessarily gets in front of Obi-Wan. He's big and powerful, but he ain't fast exactly. And what you made me. Look at that. Still blaming Obi-Wan for that stuff. Now those guys are clean. That kind of makes sense, right? They must have come with the Inquisitors. That's astonishingly good detail there. These guys are not the guys that are regular here on the planet.
You have to help him.
That is a very impressive tunnel to be secret.
My own from here.
Sometimes you can just smell a jump scare coming, right? Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Yeah, Obi-Wan is a little rusty. Oh.
Bring him back.
That's kind of a very Leia moment there. I think that moment just then, the bringing back thing, did more to show this is who Leia ends up being. Better than anything they've done so far with her. Ow. I was wondering if that was gonna happen. Like, when Jedi start attacking each other, or Sith, or whatever, it always seems like suddenly we forget that we have the Force, and now it's just a sword fight. It's always nice when they bring in other Force talents into the fight. I mean, it's, you know, it happens from time to time. It's not like it never happens, but it's strange sometimes when they're just sword fighting, and like neither of them is actually using the Force to do anything. And here is a laundry list of everybody who is still alive. So if you were looking for a hit list, here it is. Kind of what I was getting at with the "is that a good idea" comment. I also like it when it's dark during the lightsaber fight and the blades actually cast light. See, I don't know how you fight that. Can he push back the Force?
Now you will suffer, Obi-Wan.
So an interesting thing, Hayden Christensen apparently is in the suit.
Has just begun.
But we don't see him, we don't see his face, we don't hear his voice. So is he playing Darth Vader? Or is James Earl Jones playing Darth Vader? Because I mean, with the Mandalorian, yeah, we don't see his face, but we do hear his voice, and it matches his movements because he's saying the voice things while he's making the movements. So that works. But there's very little of Hayden Christensen in this, so it's just kind of interesting. It's not that I'm disparaging Mr. Christensen or anything. He's doing a great job, fine. It's just kind of one of those, when is an actor actually playing a role, the more you take away from him, right? So I don't know why he's not using the Force here to grab, you know, I mean, he just grabbed him. Why isn't he still grabbing him? Maybe he's a little sort of disturbed, but, well, I mean, obviously he's disturbed, but like by the reunion with Obi-Wan.
They lost him. He had help where to sweep the planet.
No, we'll never find him.
Thanks, Darth Downer.
Ready the transport. We have to get him to Jabin.
You're going to be okay.
I'm glad she made it. Illyria's saying. I'm saying that like I know that's her character's name. I don't remember. She's one of the Sand Snakes. I remember that much. And she was Lucius Varenus' wife in Rome too, I believe.
Come closer.
Are
Niobe.
you the one I'm supposed to meet?
I'll almost guarantee not.
Unfortunately, they couldn't make it.
Nope.
I'll take you from here.
She's just getting kidnapped left and right. All right, so impressions on episode 3 here. I really liked this one. This was very good. Everybody was on their game in this episode. So I don't know if I'm getting used to the character of Reva, or maybe she's getting used, like the actor is getting used to that character, but her stuff in this was a heck of a lot more natural, and I felt it was believable and earnest performance. There's something like maybe surface level in that first episode. Maybe she was just getting her feet under her or something. But she's really connecting with the role now, and I think nobody had a bad. Even the rat guy seemed to be doing his work there. I don't know that the makeup on the rat guy worked. I think that looked, or mole guy or whatever he was. I think that looked a little weird. But and we didn't have a rooftop chase or forest chase in this one. There was no that weird, like, oh, that look like garbage. Didn't have that in this one. This was great. We've got Darth Vader. His scene was really good. I like the voice sounds great, and everything about Darth Vader is working. That could easily have gone wrong, and it didn't, and that's great. One of the things I almost wish is when Obi-Wan is walking up and you see Darth Vader's lightsaber turn on, I kind of wish that was the first time we saw Darth Vader. Like all of the stuff leading up to them, we just been hearing about him, and I kind of wish that had been the first time. But hey, it's a preference thing. It doesn't mean that this was bad. It would have been neat though to go like almost get lulled into a false sense of security that you're not going to see him until like wait later or something, and then bang, there he is. But still, that's just a personal thing. Nothing wrong with this episode that they didn't do that. The story is really good. I like that we are exploring just how broken a man Obi-Wan is, and how his exile has really caused him to look like just sort of stew in his failure, right? I mean, because they lost. Like he told the guy, we lost the fight. And that's huge for him, right? And that's like all of the stuff he saw Anakin get pulled into the dark side hugely, like became a dark side super priest by the Emperor, who turned out to be a Sith master that none of them knew was, saw the galaxy devolve into this fascistic empire that's brutal and murdering all these people. And then on top of that, Order 66 happens that kills all of the Jedi. Well, not all of them, but most of them, and a lot of them in front of other Jedi, right? He sees all of these Jedi get killed, and not only killed by the clone troopers that they had been fighting beside this whole time. They trusted them, and then he finds out, oh, you just got to say the magic words, and they'll turn around and murder everybody. So that's a lot of stuff that he's having to deal with, and he's doing it in this exile on Tatooine that he's in the middle of right now, like 10 years into this, and he's just been alone there stewing over this. That's not healthy. That's not what a therapist would say you should do. And not only that, he's not got the Force anymore. He doesn't know if he's even got the Force, and now he's been pulled into this fight, and it's almost like it's the first time he's seen what the galaxy looks like outside of his cave and his sandy fish market job and the Law's homestead from the woods. Well, not the woods, I don't guess, but from the mountains, right? That's all he's been seeing for the last 10 years. He gets out, and now he sees what's going on out there, and all of his fears come flooding back, and all of his failures come flooding back. And he's trying to cope, but it's tough. So that's good. I love what they're doing with him. And it's going to be interesting to see him sort of get his feet back under him as a Jedi and as somebody who wants to fight against not just the Sith, but this empire and to fight for a free galaxy. And when we see that, I think that that's going to stick, right? And that's going to give us the character that, even though he's still kind of a wizened old dude that lives in the woods, he's going to be now a wizened old dude that doesn't mind facing off against Darth Vader to make sure that Luke and his buddies escape the Death Star. So that's great. So I love seeing this. I think this is a great episode. I can't wait for the next one. We only got 6 of these, so we're at the middle. So we're going to see, what the big Act 3 is going to about to start here. And that's fantastic. So if you enjoyed episode 3, you're looking forward to watching episode 4 with me, that's fantastic. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you ain't already. If you have, hit the subscribe button already, then you're fantastic and I love you. Hit the little bell at the side there, because these episodes, as I alluded to before, have to spend a little time in copyright jail. They're kind of looking at them saying, hey, is this guy trying to do something funny? I'm not, but they don't know that. So, these aren't exactly Johnny on the spot here, which is unfortunate, but it's not my fault. I'm putting them out there as quick as I can. But anyway, that's why you should hit that bell so you get the notification. Hey, episode 4 is up. Come watch it. So, fantastic. We'll see you the next time. Hope you loved it. Hope to see you in the next one. Take it easy, all right? Later. Hey!